Cool. We're swapped.
Hey there. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Spaceline 2 Leon Strife launch stream. In about 15 minutes, the backer kit campaign for the game is going to go live. We are excited to be part of this program called Pocketopia. It's a series of collections of awesome pocket-sized dueling games and small products. And they're all launching at the same time. Spaceline is one of them. But yeah, we're super stoked for that. Those of you not familiar with Spaceline. Spaceline is the lane dueler. The original is like a big free-for-all version where everyone plays different armies. This one is the pocket-sized, super tight two-player version. And we're very proud about the strategic depth that this game has, where your turn is playing one card. So people are going to talk about it. We're going to do a playthrough, and we hope that you will join us for the campaign. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah, welcome in.
I'm with
in.
Ducky here. Tell us about yourself, Ducky.
Yeah, so I've been working with SGS. I am the community manager, and I've been helping with running the playtest programs, and I have a background in a lot of different trading card games. And I'm honestly really excited to share this opportunity because, this game is really cool. For somebody who's played a lot of competitive card games like Magic, Lorcana, Force of Will, I really like the strategic depth in this game. I really do. There's a lot of different options, a lot of different build orders, and replayability is actually pretty big in this game as well too. So, excited to jump in.
Yeah, we got about 15 minutes before I go start, but what we'll do is we'll start talking about the way the game functions.
Cool.
So let me get into my seat here. All right, so object of the game, we have these three bases here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're under siege. This, let me get the right asset here. Fire, right? This base is being attacked, and it has one fire. I'm going to go defend it, and he's going to go defend his. I have a hand of 7 cards. These 7 cards are my army, the Leon army. Over the course of the game, I will be playing these cards to defend these outposts, and I want to defend as many as possible. When I do, I get medals for defending them based on how much damage is on the base. I'll be a little more clear about scoring in a minute, but let's talk about these cards here. So our armies begin identical, and over the course of the game, they will upgrade, and the path in which we upgrade and his will make us different armies by the time we get to the end game. But we do start identical, so let's look here. When I put a unit into a battle, its number here is how much strength it contributes. So it's very important that it is known that an army is always 0 through 6, right? On your turn, you choose a card and you play it face down. So your card is play one card, and it goes back and forth until we've played our whole hand, and then there'll be a battle phase. I'll talk about battle phase when we get there. So your turn is play a card face down, or if the card has a lead effect, right? Then you can play it face up to get the bonus. So what's the real cost there? That you gave away information that this is a 5. So you'll see that kind of information is important. You can play a card also into your base. You can choose to have a card. Let me put these in my hand real quick. Not participate in a battle by putting it down here in your base and using the base effect. So in this case, as an attacker, I can take a peek at an enemy card, effectively costing me 1 power. So those are the 3 ways you can play your cards. Some cards also have battle effects, and that happens when we battle, and we'll get there. A card can battle whether it led or not. After we've played all our cards, pretend we did this here, right? Pretend this happened here. I'm going to move your hacker over here away for a minute, right? Let's pretend we fought here. If this was like this, it's time to fight. When the fight happens, all cards are revealed, and then we do battle effects, order from biggest number to bottom, and then we determine winner. So in this case, I would have 5 versus 4. I won. And because I won, this I'm gonna get another fire token. I will gain medals equal to how much damage this base has. So I've earned a medal. I promise you, they're not comically large like this in the real game. They're sized like normal.
We can always
After I
check
gain a
them.
medal, yeah, after I've gained a medal, the damage on the base goes up. And the next time I win there, I get 2 medals, and it increases like that. First to 10 medals wins. Then, if you won, your card goes over here to the promote area and resolve the other 2 battles. At the end of the whole round, I will get these cards, and I will look through this reserve here, and get the level 2 version. So this level 1 mech search becomes level 2. And then I put the level 1 away, and I add the level 2 to my hand. And that's when our decks begin to diversify. All right.
Cool.
Cool. I think let me just check on something real quick here. But Ducky, in the meantime, why don't you give us a little tour of the units?
Sure.
And if you could, when you're talking about it, just hold Alt so it full screens the card.
Yep. Cool. So let's start off with the humble worker here. So worker, level 1, lets you send a card from your base to your upgrade area. This is pretty important because you want to make sure that you have a worker or something that you can upgrade within your base. When you take turns to resolve battles, if especially when you have the first turn token, making sure that you have something that you want that's worthwhile to upgrade in your base is really nice. So that might mean that you want to resolve a battle with some units, even if you're losing it, so that you can upgrade this worker with this worker. And in the future levels, we will be able to restore and provide a catch-up mechanic. So level 2 worker lets you restore 1, and if you have the least total medals, it lets you deploy 3 marine tokens here. It still retains the effect of your ability to upgrade, and then level 3 worker lets you gain an additional medal if you play it. Let's see here. Okay, let's go over the hacker.
Let me just over level 1 overviews, but you can see real quick that, like, yes, the guy scales crazy and his effects pop off over the end, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a general, like, what does each one do? What? Yeah.
So
And
the level 1 characters are pretty basic for the most part. They don't really do too much until you start leveling them up, and once you get leveling, it can start snowballing pretty quickly. So it's pretty good. Is this one yours? No, this one's mine. This one's yours.
no.
Cool.
But yeah, actually, I'll say, like, one of the design philosophies of this game is that you kind of learn to play as you're going. So when you look at your hand, your level 1s are pretty simple. You have 2 battle effects, 2 leads, 2 base. You get to use those things, and then they will start escalating, and the complexity of the game goes up, and the strategy gets tighter. But your first round is quick and straightforward, and then you can focus on the ones you like, right?
It also means that even if you make a misstep in the early game, it doesn't necessarily affect the late game as much because it's more about being able to predict accurately. So the first round, it's not inconsequential, but it's because it's very important to get the upgrades. However, it's not as punishing if you lose. Cool. So this is the hacker. So hacker lets you reveal a face-down unit at level 1, which is pretty basic for the most part, as a base ability. You give up a power if you don't play this face down and you play this in your base. However, if you keep upgrading it, hacker level 2 and hacker level 3 both have similar effects. They allow you to put them in your base, and then you guess a face down enemy unit. So if you have your opponent pegged and you know exactly what they're going to play, you can guess the strength and reveal it, and if you guess correctly, you can send it back to base, or level 3 lets you destroy it or send it back to base. And this is lets you go swing the game massively here.
Yeah, so that's like your Hail Mary card because you can get it just for info, and
Hmm.
based on how many lead effects they're using, that's going to be an easier tell,
Yeah.
right? And of course, the lead effects are like, let's look at that. Just jump to the Marine real quick, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's like 2 power, or you can play him up for 4,
Hmm.
which at your first thought you might be like, well, I'm going to take the 4 power, right?
Right.
But as you're beginning to really understand the game mix each other, you may or may not want to because you want to increase the odds of hacker missing,
Hmm.
right? So there's a game there about uh, the hacker interacts with how many lead effects are safe to use.
Exactly. Because what you're going to notice is that a lot of these abilities or a lot of these units will have a bunch of lead abilities that you have to pick and choose, and you won't be able to use a lot of them simply because you need to hide the information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
But
and at higher levels of play, Marine gets put face down very, very often, even though it seems pretty spicy. Which actually is a pretty good transition. Let's talk about the Marine real quick. Marine. So, Humble Marine makes two Marine tokens here at level 1, and then if we take a look at level 2 and 3, he gains the ability to move. So at level 2, he gains the ability to move between lanes during the battle. So this happens during the resolution of each lane. So in the lane that the Marine is resolving, you can move it into any of the active lanes that haven't resolved yet. And this is pretty powerful because sometimes you're winning a lane by a lot, and you can move it over to swing the balance of a different lane. Or what you can do is, if you know you're going to lose automatically, you can also shift it around to change the numbers a little bit. It gives you a ton of flexibility and it's really, really powerful. It's a little telegraphed, but at the same time, uh, if your opponents are not expecting you to be able to move, then it's pretty powerful.
yeah, and move is like, hey, you're like, it turns out I didn't need all the power I needed here, so I'm gonna move it over there. So allocating it is really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when we play our game, you'll see like the order which battles happen change how many opportunities the Marine has to move, and that affects battle resolution. So
Yeah,
it affects the game. Yeah,
and if you take a look at the level 3 effect, you can move all Marine tokens, and this scales with any of the Marine uh, token generator effects. Like for example, if we take a look at the worker level 2 and 3, they can generate Marine tokens if you are behind. So this will affect this synergizes with the Marine effect of being able to move it around.
yeah. Also, the Marine tokens are like 1 power dudes. Again, they will not be comically large like this in the real game. They will be normal 1 inch punch board tokens.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we like to make things visible here for you. Um, um, yeah, you might have a bunch of units here.
Cool.
Um, let's take a look at the 3.
Yeah. So 3 is the base ability is deploy 3 Marine tokens. An important note about this ability is that you can distribute them however you want between all 3 lanes. Um, you can put all of them in the same lane. You can spread them out. You can do however you want. But in doing so, you reveal that you are playing this particular card. Um, an important note about the base ability is it's actually a really good way to store your units so that you can use the worker to upgrade them. Because let's say you do not have the first player token, that means you can't choose which lane to go in, and they might choose the lane that your worker's in. And you will need to have something in your base to be able to upgrade guaranteed. Otherwise, you would skip out on upgrade, and that would really suck.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
oh,
yeah. Bonus thing. Like, yeah. Actually, the level 2 and 3 have the ability to destroy units. So Trey can also like destroy weaker things and like destroy the Marine and the worker before they get to use their effect.
mm-hmm.
You kind of like that's another sub game you're playing. Like, I want my officer to take out their Marine, prevent movement, or take out the worker, prevent upgrade. Did they even tech into that ability? We'll see, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is now 10 a.m., so the campaign is live. I'm gonna go hit send on a bunch of links real quick.
Go
But
get it.
yes, if you're watching, please support us. Now is the best time, and if you back on the first 48 hours, you get a free Spaceline poker deck, which is hype.
Mm-hmm.
The original prototype of this started off as like a little poker deck game, and eventually became its own thing. I was like, hey, I think I need to make a poker deck to one, respect that, and two, poker decks are cool.
And plus, it's really
They look
nice.
incredible. I don't know if you have any images of that. Are you able to pull that onto like the overlay real quick?
I do not have an image of that.
Yeah,
Bear
let
with
me let me send you a link of
Yeah.
stuff real quick. Um, but yeah, it looks super clean, and the deck is free, which is like there's whole campaigns of doing poker decks. That's their whole thing. We're giving them that for free because we're insane.
Mm-hmm.
So get your poker deck. I'm gonna send you the link, Ducky, and then you can just like show some images of the thing there. But let me go hit send on a bunch of links real quick. Yeah, this is one of the things about small business. Like if you don't hit send yourself, it just won't happen. You can only schedule so much. I can't believe you can't schedule Discord messages.
Hmm.
Okay. One.
The poker deck is Chaos Lead. Give me a
All right.
second.
And I'm gonna just go silent for a minute while I hit send on a bunch of stuff. And then after you've given the cards an overview, we will play a game from beginning to end.
Cool. Sounds good. Where were we? We were talking about the level two ability for the officer. So the level two ability lets you destroy an enemy unit here, especially when you play face down. But when you get to level three, it has a lead effect that cancels out other lead effects. And if you start noticing, a lot of these lead effects are really powerful. So starting off with this is pretty powerful. One thing to note is that this only applies when you've played the card. So anything that has triggered prior won't be stopped retroactively. The only exception is the general. The general has a lingering effect, and that's something that we will clarify in the sort of like the FAQs. So it will stop. So let's say you play the general first. It has that ability that says your other units can't be destroyed. You play this afterwards, and now you can destroy the units afterwards. But a lot of these effects trigger when you deploy them. So um, that will be the officer. Cool. Let's talk about the war hero. So war hero is a unit that really, really wants to be in a battle where the odds are overwhelmingly against her. So if your opponent controls more units, she will scale very, very crazily. At level 1, she only just gets 1 strength. However, in level 2 and level 3, if you lead with her, if they control more units than you here, damage the enemy outpost. And what damaging means is that you increment this up, and then and whenever you're scoring medals, you check the number that is here, score the medal, and then you increment it up. So the more damage that you have on the base, the more that you can score. Um, However, at level 2, you get +2 strength instead of +1 strength. And then level 3 is pretty simple, you get +3 strength. So very, very straightforward unit. However, the extra strength that you get, very innocuous, but very powerful. Because if you notice, these decks are exactly the same, so that means the more power that you have within your deck, the stronger your deck is. Do not sleep on the ability to be able to add strength to your team.
I mean, technically, Samantha can be War Hero can be the strongest unit in the game. If she gets her proc 7 power, which is higher than 6,
Yep.
right? But they gotta have that wide board, and
Hmm.
that's it's another reason playing GB for 2 power is scary.
Yes.
The two for because you might get punished, but there's a game there to push and pull. Um, I would say there's one other interesting strategy point where like, did they play that card already?
Hmm.
Then they can't, they can't
Yeah.
respond to you because there's no passing. You must play a card on your turn. So the options go down over time.
Exactly. And one thing to note as well too is that War Hero can be relatively telegraphed because you need to place the War Hero in a spot where there's less units, and so it can be very telling when you have a specific setup. And because of that, that's one of the ways that you can use the hacker to predict where the War Hero is, kick it out, and get rid of a whole bunch of power on your opponent's side of the board. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's the War Hero. Let's talk about the mech. So mech, level 1, when you lead it, you gain a charge, and you're capped at 2 charges. The charges don't seem like they do much at level 1. However, at levels 2 and 3, they are extremely powerful. So let's take a look here. So at level 2, you have to you can spend 1 charge to destroy all token units here. And keep in mind, battle effects, you can resolve them even if they're face down, but lead effects have to be resolved when they're face up. So you're when you play the lead to gain a charge, you are giving up information here. However, in exchange, you have the ability to just spend charge later down the line. At 1 charge, you can destroy all the token units here. However, at level 3, you can spend 2 charges to destroy all units here and essentially force a tie. And you also have synergies with other cards as well too. One of the things I really like about the mech is it lets you check a lot of these token makers. So, like for example, you have the officer that makes a bunch of tokens, you have the marine that makes a bunch of tokens, and you also have the work that makes a bunch of tokens. Being able to counter all of these different things is really, really strong. So leveling up your mech is pretty important as a counter strategy, or just like having the security of being able to store your charges is really nice so that you have any of these options and your opponent has to play around every single one of these options. See here. Cool. Let's talk about the general. Okay. The general is just at level 1, just a stat stick. It doesn't do anything, it has no abilities, it is just strong. But when you get into level 2 and level 3, level 2, when you lead it, it stops your units from being destroyed. Does not stop itself from being destroyed, but it protects everything else. It's pretty powerful for stopping effects like the mech here, or the officer level 2 and level 3. At level 3, it gains a whole plethora of options. So you got a lot of interesting choices here. So you can either choose to face down to destroy the weakest unit here. It also applies when you're playing it face up. So you can lead it and then destroy a unit here, but it's a little bit telegraphed. But you can also play it in your base and give all your marine tokens +2 strength. Now we have 3 different ways to produce marine tokens. You have the marine, you have the worker, and you also have the officer as well too. All of these can produce tokens, and I think you can max out at somewhere between, I think 8 tokens is the maximum that you can make. So you can get effective +16 power if you play this ability here. That
Yeah, but that is like a pipe dream cure, right? Like it's like you're gonna get harassed, but you
Yes,
gotta watch out for that, right?
but if you want to shoot the moon and put a whole bunch of power onto the board, this is an option that you can have in your kit. It is very high commit, but if you can pull it off, it is very, very powerful.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm almost done with these posts here.
Cool.
But yeah, as you can see, like yes, my hand is 7 cards. But with the level up system, which is new,
Mm-hmm.
from the first one, the amount of options you have is actually crazy high. Um, and I love the idea of like which way I upgrade my guys makes a huge difference. Like you might not have your officer with the ability to take out a unit at a certain point
Hmm.
because you took something else, and that changes the dynamics of the game massively. So yeah,
Yeah, I think that what's cool about it is that the base gameplay seems pretty simple for the most part. Um, but there's definitely some tricky things you can do. For example, it might not be intuitive that you can play the hacker face down, um, but sometimes you just need that extra point just to break some sort of tie. Um, and using face down versus face up information, super duper cool. And it's also pretty small component wise as well too. A pretty deep game for what $21 that we're pricing it at.
yeah, it's 21 bucks. That's it's quite affordable.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm done with my post. Are you ready to roll a game?
Yeah, let's run it.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick up my cards here. All right, 1 through 6. I got my deck over here. I make these marine tokens slightly smaller so I can see my board.
Cool.
And it's first to 10 metals. I don't know if we said that. First to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Fire begins at 1. Um, just a quick note on components you actually get here. The cards, the card backs, these bases, and the fire tokens, marine tokens, and these metals are actual assets. That's what it will look like in the game. They will be properly sized. Things are here a little bigger for the sake of ETS,
Mm-hmm.
but you're generally looking at what you get for $21. All right. We need a priority token. So do you want to go first or second?
I'd like to start first if possible.
All right. So you get the priority token, so you get first play, and that passes between rounds.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a priority token you get in the game. It has a lion head on it. We do not have it in the TTS one.
Hmm. What do I want to start with? I'll start with this. Here.
Okay. So I'll start with my good old Marine Boy. So I play him. I get my 2 power because I use the lead effect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're up.
Let's do this. And I believe you are up.
Yep. I'm going to play. You know what? I want to see what that is. I'm going to put this over here in my base, not participating. I'm going to flip that first card to 0. Right?
Do not like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like this could have been 11 power.
Mm-hmm.
Now it is not. It is 6 at max. So it informs my next play.
I'll put this one face now. Here.
All right. I'm going to put down a mystery card. Yep.
I'll put down a mystery card as well too.
We're going to play my mech over here.
Cool.
Right.
Gain a charge.
I get a charge. This is not a final charge counter, but I will take it. And that goes to your base. So you have the charge counter, and I just have it until I spend it.
Cool. I will play Hacker. I'd like to take a look at this card, please. Show me.
Oh, which one?
This one.
Yeah. Mystery Rift. Now we know where our workers are. All right.
I got 4 out of your 7 cards already now, so shouldn't be too hard for me to win from here.
So now you have 3 numbers you're going to have to get, given I play them face down. Or maybe not. So, maybe it might not matter after depending on what cards you played if I just show them to you.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe that does, because it's significantly harder to deduce what you're doing over here. Yep. Right?
let's load up here.
Okay. So I'm gonna play. That was your last card, right?
Correct.
All right. So I'm gonna play Train a base ability, make 3 Marines.
Sure.
Now I'm gonna play this Marine here because I'll put 2 here, which I think guarantees a win over here because that's a 0 and that's a 6. So using my hacker's information, put my last one over here because I'm scared, right?
Yep.
And this could be a 6, and then I have 4 here, or I can, if I put one here, I could tie with the 5.
No, 3 plus 2
Or
is
am I
5.
wasting it?
No, 3 plus
Huh?
2 is 5. Because you have
Yeah, no, it's 5.
3
Yeah.
Marines. So if
I could
had,
tie with the 5.
Yeah, you can tie with a 5, but you can't tie with a 6, which is the general.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a guess I would have to make. I'm gonna actually. If it's a mech, I'm gonna be sad. Okay, I'm just gonna wager it and increase my chances of winning here against the mech. Okay, so we played our whole hand. Whoever has the priority token will choose the first battle to resolve, then I choose the second. So go ahead and pick one.
I would like to resolve the center lane here first.
Cool. All right, so that flips.
It's
Okay.
tie.
We're gonna tie. I even forgot about the worker. So battle effects resolve high to low. So the first battle effect is 4, right? And she says if I have more units, then she gets +1. She becomes a 5.
Correct.
Right? Next battle effect over here on my worker says choose a unit in my base and send it to upgrade. I'm going to choose Trey and send an upgrade.
Yep.
All right. Now we check for winner. It's 5 versus 5. I'm glad I put that there. When there's a tie, fire goes up on both and no one wins.
And nobody scores any medals, more importantly.
Yeah. So these Marine tokens go away. And then these cards go back to base here. This is important so people can see what numbers they are. So they stack like this.
Correct.
Right? And now you can choose the next one.
I will choose... Oh, no, you get to choose this one because I chose the last one. Because I chose the center one.
Oh, yeah. Let me do that. Comments here. All right, so I'm gonna go over here, right?
Cool.
Let's flip that.
This is a
okay. So, yeah, so 6 versus 7, but you get your worker upgrade before determining winner.
So I will go ahead and upgrade Miss War Hero here. Cool.
Okay. I'm going to take a victory point. So I get a medal. It gets added to my base, right? You can't just put your stuff down here. Then this guy, the tokens die, and I could choose one participating unit here. I only have one to send to the upgrade zone. So this goes here.
Cool.
All right, now we'll get a last one where I think I'm going to get wrecked.
Yeah.
Right?
You should get wrecked here. Or maybe not.
I have 11.
I have more than 11 here. I have 12.
Okay, I was actually a little closer than I thought.
Yep.
But I mean, if you didn't play the face up, you would have lost. So yeah, that's a good one, right? So okay, so I take damage.
Correct.
These guys go back to base, and then you choose a guy to upgrade.
And I will choose. Give me this one. So I have 2 upgrades here. Cool. And one thing to note is that I have a good sense of what my opponent is upgrading, so I can actually make some decisions on how I want to upgrade to counter him. So
yeah, at this point you do announce it. So I'm getting a 3 and a 5 upgrade, so you can just see that.
Yep.
Right.
I have a 3 and a 4. And since we're both playing a mirror match, we actually have a good sense of what our opponents are doing, and if we ever really wanted to sort of examine which cards that they're playing, I can just look at my own reserve and see what cards they upgraded into. So
So yeah, this is a point when you announce it. Like After this point, you can't. You kind of have to either remember or write it down. Like, what did you upgrade? You can't ask that because it will reveal where a card might be. So, pay attention here. Look at your own deck for reference.
Mm-hmm.
Note it somehow. But I've upgraded it. I also wanted to show now that I have these out that
Mm-hmm.
on the bottom of the card, if you want to enlarge this, there's a little chevron, level 1,
Mm-hmm.
and a level 2. So you can quickly reference the strength of the card. 3 is the max.
Yep. And also there's slight coloration differences as well too. Yellow, orange, red.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, so I pick up my hand. I get the token.
Start us off.
Now, let's look at this. If I've, I will get more medals if I win here. You will get more medals as you win here, and the weight of these lanes will change over time.
Mm-hmm.
And that, that's going to affect the final rounds because do you want to lose the one who loses all of them? Do you want to it will change how hard you're going to go in. You're not going to put all your whole army in one
Yes.
that only scores you one medal.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to defend, yada yada, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
So you
that's
have to
with the
make
worker.
these choices that are pretty interesting.
Yeah, and with the worker and the war hero, the fire can also change a little more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I will kick it off this time, and I like to begin with mystery card.
Mystery card.
Okay, mystery. I'm gonna play a second mystery card. So we're keeping secret here, so you don't want to reveal too much.
Mm-hmm.
Eric.
Mystery card.
Okay, so we've committed 2 cards, and maybe that might influence these things. So now I'm going to play. Maybe I don't. I'm actually going to use my hacker
Sure.
so I can make an informed decision. Okay, so now you have the 3 level 2 there, and I know that maybe I shouldn't play units that would have 0 to 3 strength there, so I don't get bopped.
Yeah.
That's a good reveal for me. That's a good reveal for me.
That's a really bad reveal for me. um. Hmm. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Let's pile in. I'm gonna bonk your base for 1.
Okay, yeah. So you play it, and it increases fire.
Yep.
So because I have 2 there, and maybe this is enough to beat her, but now you're telegraphing. Maybe you're going to put more units there, so that could,
Yeah.
So let's.
Because I think you're weak here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to play this guy safely because now I saw some war hero over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
Samantha was the name of this character in Spaceline 1. That's why we've also been referencing this as Trey, because that's just the name of the character within the universe. Yeah, there's lore.
There's lore.
Yeah, I'll do this.
Okay. So, yeah, that's a little rough over there.
Gonna turn the screws, apply the pressure here.
You have. Yeah, I mean, the prayer trick is pretty good, but getting to last place is also very powerful.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, there's definitely benefits and drawbacks to going first versus going second. If you're going first, you get to empty your hand out first, as well as declare which lane that you want to fight in first, and that can matter for stuff like movement, and it's very, very powerful. However, being able to be the last person to play is also extremely powerful too, and it's how we balance play and draw.
Yeah.
You are being a little rude here, I think. It's a little
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah, this like reveal with the hacker like definitely dictated this whole round right here.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep piling it on this side.
Um. Yeah. Do you remember how to check face down cards on
Yeah, it's
TTS?
Alt Shift. It's Alt Shift.
Okay. Alt shift. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that way I don't get wrecked.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm hammering it here, but you know. I have one card left. You have one card left. I don't see
Play
that.
here.
Don't do that, dude.
Play this here.
Oh, that actually ruins me.
Yes, it does.
Oh no. Um. If I okay. Well, I don't think I can win that one anymore. That is unfortunate. Well, maybe not. Okay.
Huh.
You may play the last one.
What do I want to play this last one here? I actually think I have to play this face up. Show me what you played. This one. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's not great for you.
Nope. I think I lose 2 of these 3 lanes.
Yeah. All right. Let's resolve them. I'll pick the first one.
Sure.
So this will be a fun little display of mechanics here. So
Mm-hmm.
flip this. First battle, I can spend a charge to destroy all token units here. I could do that, but I don't think I need to, so I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Then I have then we do the 3s. There's 2 3s. So I have the priority token, so mine goes first.
Correct.
Destroy a unit with 0 strength unit here, so I'll bop this guy.
Ugh.
And when he's destroyed, he goes to base, face down.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get him back later, but he can't be upgraded.
Correct.
Right. Then we check for strength, 4 versus more. So I will get a medal.
Yep.
Right. And then your base catches fire. Right. Now it's worth 2. I'll choose to promote Prey again because that seems fun.
Not
that
fun
guy.
for me.
Oh, see, I only get to choose one.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll resolve this one here. I think I'm getting owned here. Yup.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, I mean, I did win this one, but you did get the fire damage. So that's still you might make it up later, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get 2 medals.
Yep.
And then I will use the worker to promote hacker, and then I will send this to upgrade.
Cool.
These guys go home. And I get deleted here.
Yep.
Giga crushed. All right. You get a medal.
I get 2 upgrades.
And then, yep.
I think I need to upgrade this Marine here. Actually, where's the hacker? No, I'll upgrade the hacker, actually. And I'll upgrade the worker. And, I can say that the reason why I'm doing this is because I am behind, and this is my catch-up mechanic here. Both of these, are very good at catching up. So I'm gonna need to make some right calls here. Cool. So I upgraded worker and hacker.
Yeah, okay, so I got these 2. I got 3. Let's search for this.
Oh, I won this lane. Second victory point.
I'm gonna get my level 3 worker officer, and that gets back to that. Level 2 hacker.
Cool.
And then level 2 general. Okay.
Take the priority back.
Yep. And yeah, as you can see, that's pretty valuable. Okay, so yeah, you're up.
I'll start here.
All right. We're gonna Marine Boys.
I'll start here.
All right, I'm gonna play this one face up and get my last charge. So now I have 2 charges, and my level 3 it uses both charges. So kind of preparing for the future here.
Mm-hmm. I'll play this one here.
Stealth mode. Play a mystery card.
Do not like that. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I don't have good options here. Sure.
All right,
I'll do
I got
this.
Okay. We are going to. Should put my 6 face up here, and my 6 now says other units here cannot be destroyed. So if you played your officer there, then he is now nulled.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't like that. So I'm going to play this here.
Okay. Really want to do that, but let's see what happens. Mystery card. So you play between like 1/3 and 2/3 revealed cards based on which axis of strategy you went in, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I will play. I'll play this face up.
Oh, that's right. What does he do? You get medals.
Yes.
Marines.
I get Marines. I get lots of Marines.
And you get restore 1. So you turn on the fire on your base. It's now worth less.
Correct. Because I feel like I'm losing here. But maybe not. Now that I have 3 Marine
I
types.
still get the restore is so good. Like it can I'm gonna lose here, but it's no longer a lethal amount of losing. And then you can take the other 2. Stuff like that, right?
Correct.
Let's see. We're gonna YOLO this. I'm gonna play my hacker and guess a face. I'm gonna reveal face down card and reveal it. And if I'm right, it is destroyed.
Sure.
Sent to base.
Sure.
Is this a 6?
It is not.
Not a 6. Whiffed, but I still get to see what it is.
Yep. Hmm. Let me think here. So I know about your 5, your. So I'm guessing. So here's my soul read. So I have here a
Soul
hacker.
read?
Yeah, I have a soul
Okay.
read here. I think that. So I'm
You
not gonna I'm
have
not gonna
soul
flip it
read
over
here.
here. So I'm just gonna call my
Okay.
shot here. So I think this is your 4 and this is your 0. Um.
Okay, hold up.
No, not yet.
Uh,
Don't flip it yet. Don't
I'm
flip
not
it yet.
flipping it yet. I'm trying to check. What was
Yeah.
it? Alt? What?
Yeah, alt shift, alt shift. I think that's your 4. This is your 0, and I think your 3 is still hidden in your hand. Um,
Okay.
this is my soul read. Given the information that I have, so the question is, what do I
Hmm.
want to pop back? Do I want to pop back your worker to
You're
stop
so
you from
confident it's
entering?
right that you're like, oh, which one do I want to pop?
Yes.
you're,
So I'm
you're
making a
beyond
soul
the
read
guessing
here.
part.
Yeah. I'm making a soul read here because this it's very unlikely that uh, this is very unlikely that it's a 3, and if it's a 3, it doesn't matter. If it's a 4, we tie. Um, and it's pretty unlikely that this is a 3 here, um, for the most part. Because I think that you held back on. Hmm. Yeah, I think this is your. I'm pretty sure this is your 0. Question is, do I want to kick this back or not? Because this could have been a 3 or a 4, and either one of those would have been fine. Um,
Yeah. So yeah, which guess do you want to make?
I will guess. Let's stop stalling here. I'll kick back this one and I'll say it's 4. Got
You're
it.
right. So it sent back to base. So it
Yep.
goes over here. Disgusting.
Yep.
Disgusting.
Soul Raid,
Um.
baby.
All right. So I'm going to. Oh, I forgot we changed this guy. This guy's effect is lit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put a mystery card here.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Cool. So let's go ahead and resolve.
All right. So where do you want to pick first?
I'll pick this left lane first. Let's see what we got.
Oh,
I lose this one for sure.
okay. Yeah, whatever. I pop your guy, and
Yep.
then victory. I'm gonna promote the hacker to. Actually, I'm gonna go to level 3 war hero, right?
Hmm.
And I get 2 medals, bringing me to 6.
Well, that's not good.
And then I will promote Mac, and then these 2 go to base. Okay.
I will. You go ahead and resolve one.
I'll just take the L here real quick. So you get 2 medals, and this goes to 3.
Correct. Excellent. So I have 4 to your 6 currently.
6.
I think I win this
All right,
one.
let's see what happens here. We might be at a tie if you beat me here.
I think I win this one, I believe.
All right, battle effects. So you got a 3.
Correct.
You know, pop him, my guy here.
Yep.
He's destroyed.
And then I'll
And
upgrade
then
this one. Oh, sorry.
yeah, so it's 8 versus yeah, you beat me by 1, right?
Yep.
Oh no, you have
no,
more
no,
Marines
no.
over there.
I have more Marines as well. So I'll go ahead and use this ability here. I will upgrade.
Oh no, actually you can't pop him. I had this lead effect, my dude.
Oh, that's true. But I still win.
Yeah, just saying. But yeah, that's slightly closer.
Yep.
Cool. So then my guys go to base.
Hmm. I get 2 victory points.
Okay, and then this goes to 3. All right, 3-3-2, 3-1-2. Interesting. Okay. All right, I'm gonna promote my guys.
I'll promote this one as well too. So let's
This is
see.
likely the last round of the game. The average game length is 4 rounds.
Oh, I believe so.
It can be 3 or 5 if you. It's very rarely 6, but it's happened once. I would say 80% of the games are 4 rounds.
Yeah. So I used my worker to upgrade my mech. And I upgraded this as well too. And then I believe I have one last one, which is War Hero that I can upgrade as well too. So this will likely be the final round.
Yeah. Anyway, that means on average, people get the priority token even amount of times.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes shenanigans happen and it goes longer or shorter, right?
Mm-hmm. So,
Especially two guys are on the same spiritual plane and just consistently tie,
yo,
right?
cool.
Okay. I got the thing this time.
Yes, you have the advantage here, somewhat.
All right. I'm excited for this one. No lead effects here.
Interesting. Huh. So you just want to just shove that there? It's not great. Wait, that actually counters me pretty hard there. So I'll just play this face down. Since no lead effects, it's not great.
Yeah. Um. Mystery card.
Hmm. Thinking. Play this face up. Heal space one.
Yeah. Okay, so you got the restore.
Correct.
But that's 0.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't say that to 0. That's annoying.
I'll take 0 damage there if you put units.
Oh my god, that's the name's on lockdown. Okay. I could just scoop in that lane, to be honest.
You absolutely could and take 3 damage. I'll take it.
Yes, but that's not 4 damage,
Mm-hmm.
right? Lead time.
I'll lead and gain a charge.
Okay. Thinking.
Sure.
Um. All right. No destroy effects here.
I'll place this one face down. Hmm.
All right.
Thinking.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tight one. I can't believe you have 0 over here. I get 0 points if I win there.
place this one face down.
Rude. Do I have a soul read? Thinking about it. There's a correct answer here, but I don't have enough information to know.
Sure.
Is this a 4?
Dang it.
Let's go, soul read
Oh,
time.
That was good. That was good. It's very good. Thinking. Sure, I'll place this here.
Yeah.
Oops. Marine tokens, not victory points.
You have 1 card play left.
Correct.
Yeah. This is gonna be bonkers.
Thinking. Blowing up my guy was not fun.
I don't know. I might actually just get crushed here. I honestly don't know. I think one of us is about to get swept.
Yes, and I hope it's not me.
Yeah.
See. We'll see. I think you hackered me, so I think I lose here, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So reveal time over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably definitely your 6 over there. I'm sad. Okay, let's do this one. Yep. All right. So yeah. So I misread the 6. Okay, so I lose. You get 2 medals.
Mm-hmm.
This guy goes home. Fire.
All right, let's resolve the center one then.
Man, that really threw me off hard.
Let's see.
Okay. Middle. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Oh, let's go, dude.
No way. I generally threw it, but I did think about. I really wanted to use Trey to like put some Marines there, but he was over here, so I gave up that access.
Yeah.
So you get 3 medals.
Yeah, I do. That puts me at 11. So you need 12 to win here. So in the case that both players get more than 10 in the same round, whoever has the highest total wins. Otherwise, it's a draw.
All right. I can only score 2 here, so that's game.
Yep.
But let's see what we got here. Right,
Oh,
we'll resolve this
totally
battle
crushed here. Yeah, because you actually needed to defend pretty hard because there's 3 damage marked on here.
I was okay taking 3 damage, but I really didn't want to lose this one, right? Mm-hmm. But I thought you committed your 4 over here, right? I'm sorry, your 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that you were just giga cooked here, right?
So
that was the misread.
Well, the reason why is because you wouldn't think I would play the 3 here because the 3 doesn't make any sense because you played the 6 beforehand. So like, why would I ever play this 3 here? So it would have to be the 6 is what you're thinking, but. You know, it's the whole Princess Bride thing. I thought you thought that this would be the case, and this is where the element of prediction is going.
Yeah, totally. All right, so battle effects from top bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Next, first is 5. I have the priority token.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can make this a tie. No, actually, no, dude. I think I do win this. Oh, but yeah, okay.
Oh, dude,
so
by a lot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use my 2 charge counters for the memes,
mm-hmm.
and destroy all units here. This would normally force a tie, but my effect here prevents my guys from being destroyed.
Yep.
So it's all my power versus 0. Right?
Yo. So you
I
have
gain 2
overwhelming
medals.
victory over that side, but unfortunately, um, whether you win by 1 or you win by a cajillion, like it's still
Yeah.
just the same amount of points.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, there's some cool combos there, like the Duke combo.
Yep.
I guess I could only done. I could have done 2, but another one over there. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But cool. So then I choose one to upgrade, and then these guys go home. Then we check for winner, and you're 11 to 9, 8. So you win. Congrats.
Let's go. The comeback victory. I was getting crushed 4-2 earlier, but it also shows that you can come back relatively easily in this game if you make a bunch of guesses that are correct. So, yeah. So that is Space Lion 2. Honestly, like I've been playing this quite a bit. I've been running the playtesting program. It's still gonna go on for a couple of weeks as well too. Mostly if you want to just be able to try out the game and see if you like it. But because I've been playing it so much, it hasn't actually gotten stale. It's got a lot of depth and replayability, and I've actually been enjoying it more the more I've been replaying it. So, and at its purest form, we will be having other factions as well too that we're releasing. What's the schedule like, Chris, for those?
For the schedule, we have a live stream almost every other day. So
Oh no, I
we'll
meant
have
for
it on.
the different factions. Sorry,
I'm sorry. What about the factions?
for the different factions, because this isn't the only faction that we're going to be doing, right?
Oh yeah. So like, well, to be clear, this campaign is for this Leon Strife mirror match,
Mm-hmm.
and with the success of this, we will make more $20 games like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll become cross compatible, and the player count goes up. So we want this to be the start of a series,
Yep.
and we need your help to launch that with supporting Leon Strife.
Yeah. So if you really enjoy this one, make sure you get your friends to kickstart this as well too, because the success of this will make it so that we can do future projects like this with different factions. So if you enjoyed Space Lion 1, you can see the other factions from that game be present here as well too.
Totally. All right, well, that's it for today. Back okay, you can see our other playthroughs. And we'll be playing with other content creators. But remember, back the game, get a free poker deck, enjoy the game. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.
All right, signing off. Have a good one.